The message that we hear from our culture today is completely contrary to this. We are constantly being told to put ourselves first. We're being told we deserve to have these things. We deserve the nice car and the beautiful house and the great job and the fun time with friends, the perfect family, and best health. A loving God would want us to be happy after all, right? Happiness is really the most important thing. So I can miss church on Sunday if I'm too tired from whatever I did the day before, because God understands. He knows I need rest. Or maybe I need to work on Sundays. It's okay. I mean, God wants me to pay my bills. He wants my boss to be proud of me. A good reputation matters to God, right? Maybe our culture says, if my parents don't treat me right, I don't have to honor them. It's their fault after all. Their rules and restrictions are stupid anyway. Constantly standing in the way of my fun doesn't make me happy to obey their rules. So I shouldn't have to. My parents should care about my happiness. God does. What about this one? I'm not ready to have a baby yet. I'm too young. It's going to get in the way of my career. So it's okay to terminate this pregnancy, and then I'll have a baby later whenever I'm ready, when I'm stable, when I have some money, got this career under my belt. God wouldn't want that kind of life for me, right? I'm not ready. It wouldn't be good for the baby. It'll be better whenever I'm in a loving relationship and we can give him a stable home, a mom and a dad. This man's not ready to be a father yet any more than I am ready to be a mom. It's just not the right time. Or maybe we have found that person and we're married, but we're not happy. God wouldn't want me to spend the rest of my life like this, right? Kids will be much better off with two parents that aren't fighting, that get along, that love them, and all of our focus is on them. We're not having to try to focus on this marriage that's just tearing us down. Kids will be better off. The world tells us that our husband takes us for granted. He never tells us we're pretty anymore. He doesn't think anything we do is important. It's been years since you felt loved, since you've been happy. And so it's okay to find somebody else that'll pay a little more attention to you, make you feel special. If he wanted you to stay, he should have treated you right. It's his loss. You deserve better. Maybe the world says it's not a big deal to cheat your boss out of a couple of hours' pay. He can afford it. As a matter of fact, why aren't the rich people paying more in taxes anyway? They just help me out a little bit. I wouldn't have to work at this job that I hate anyway. It's not going to hurt them. We are constantly bombarded with messages that say it's all about me. It's all about me. I deserve it. My happiness is all that matters. All of these commandments, God understands if I break them because he wants me to be happy. And he knows that I don't have a lot. He doesn't want me to be lacking. As Christians, we have to guard ourselves against these things because we're going to be constantly bombarded with these words. And our feelings say, yeah, I deserve this. I work hard. I've been good. It is not about us. That's why all of these commandments are about God and others. He's first addressing our relationship with him so that we see that's the most important thing. And then he addresses our relationship with others because how we relate to others matters to him. And he says, you're last. Looking out for number one is not God's intention for us. He says, if you will look to me, then I'll look after you. And if we take care of others, God will take care of us. Our focus is supposed to be off of ourselves. This is so hard. This is so hard. especially when you don't have the things that you want, whether they be material things or the marriage that you want or the job that you want. It is really hard. These are easy traps to fall into. When you feel like you've been and done everything that you're supposed to, and you're still lacking something that you really do believe that God would want for you, a good marriage, and yes, a happy life, it's hard. And when the world is constantly telling us you deserve this, this is important. You're not wrong for wanting something for yourself for a change. It's so hard. So I get it. And that's the reason God has to have a commandment against self-idolatry, because he knows that this is going to be a difficult thing for us. And so he has to make a commandment against it. Just want to end with this little song. Lord, you're more precious than silver. Lord, you're more costly than gold. Lord, you are more beautiful than diamonds. Nothing I desire compares with you. This should be our heart's desire. We should seek after the things that God wants for us, and then he will add all of the other things to us. If you feel like you're lacking, instead of trying to take what you want, focus on God. Focus on pleasing him and let him provide all the things that you're lacking. Fill the hole in your life with him, and then all of the rest of the things won't seem so big. He'll help you either change your desires or get what you are lacking. Focus on him. And when we're lacking things, say, God, if this is not something that I need to want, then help me not to want it. And show me what I should want. And help me place my affections there. And if this isn't wrong to be wanting, if I really am lacking something that you want me to have, then give it to me. That's our best way to get the things that are important. So think about where your treasures lie today. I know I have. I've been thinking this whole lesson is like, what am I placing my time, my energy, my focus on? How much am I thinking about myself? How much am I thinking about God? How much am I thinking about others? This is hard, but the more we place our affections on God, the less we will place our affections on the things of this earth. So be encouraged in that. He will help us. The things that matter to him can become our heart's desire too.